What's up, YouTube? This is Big Mike coming at you. I guess I'm now 4 days post-op. Let's see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 4 days exactly post-op. Got a little different look here. Decided to shave my head, just for the hell of it. No real reason. But I wanted to do another update. I didn't have a chance to get anything in the last few days. Been struggling with a low-grade fever the last few days. 37.7, 37.8, 37.9. That's like 99.6, 99.7, 99.8, almost 100. And it's only, strange thing, it's only during the day. All right, so the doctor has me on antibiotics starting today. Augmentin, very strong antibiotic, and if fever is not coming down by tomorrow, I'm going to be going back into the hospital. He wants to take a look, make sure I don't have any blood collecting around the incision site that might have got infected. Doesn't sound good. But hopefully this fever will go away tomorrow or tonight. I don't run a fever at night. It's weird. At night at all, it goes down to 36.4. Only during the day. It's real strange. We'll see how that goes. I wanted to do a recap of the day before surgery, surgery day, and then the days following to let you know, what to expect and what I, experienced. Day before surgery, I was nervous. I'll be honest with you. I've had surgeries before, and it's always the same, nervousness, anxiety. I don't like going under, anesthesia. I ate pretty nice on Saturday. I stopped eating around 6 o'clock. Where's the camera? There it is. At 6 o'clock I stopped eating, and I have not put anything in my mouth since then to eat. I have not chewed since then. It's all been water. Day of surgery, left the house around 6 o'clock in the morning. Got to the hospital, and they wasted no time at all. Got there, they escorted us in, did some administrative type thing, paid the money, because this is a self-pay. Checked in with the admin, and I was directed upstairs to a secretary in the medical wing who asked me some various questions, took my vital signs. Official starting weight, 141.5, 141.5 kilo. That's my starting weight. So we're going to go by that day, or that weight, and I don't mess around with, 2 weeks before surgery I was this, and then 1 week before surgery I was this weight. So I lost, I just stick with one weight. Surgery day, that's it. Keep it simple. After I met with that secretary, I was directed to the pre-op area, a little waiting room there, me and my wife. We waited maybe 5 minutes, and they came and got me. They gave me the robe and the gown and the socks and the whatever, and they would not let her back there. It was just me, so that was it. And I walked back there. When I was in the pre-op station, in a little bed there, I met with a nurse, and then I met with the surgeon, Dr. Spivak, and then I met with an anesthesiologist. All right. I requested a little relaxation drug, a little happy juice, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. I mean, when the anesthesiologist came in, he's like, okay, we're going to go back. He was a real funny guy, real old guy, real funny. And I said, you got anything to take the edge off? Maybe, he spoke just a little English. And didn't do anything. So they wheeled me back. And usually when I have surgery, they wheel me out of one area, down a hallway, and maybe into an elevator, and into a hallway, into a surgical room. This was just curtains back, out of pre-op, on the other side of that room, into the operating room. It was a very short trip, and I was wide awake in that operating room. I hear the that noise behind your head, all the hoses and the tools going on. Got myself up off the gurney onto the operating table, and they started going to work. There was nobody in front of me. I'm on the table, my head's cocked back because the table's cocked back a little bit. The anesthesiologist was there. He was doing the IV on my left arm, and heard him mumbling. He was like, okay, we'll fix your IV. Put the heart monitors on me, this and that. He was talking to himself, and all of a sudden I hear him say, oh, what, you're still here? That's it. Goodbye. See you. And that was it. I woke up in recovery. And they did the IV, not the gas, but the IV, sodium pentothal or whatever it is. And as soon as he said that, what, you're still here? No, goodbye, see you. It was like maybe 30 seconds, and I was bracing for it because I knew at any moment he could be injecting that drug into my IV, and there was no drowsiness or nothing. It was just lights out, you know. So woke up in my room. Wife was there. Had the little oxygen going on in my nose. And that was it. I was given nothing to drink on that day. Day of surgery, all day, nothing to drink. They did put some cotton on a popsicle stick and allowed my wife to dip it in cold water and wet my lips. That helped, and I kind of sucked a little bit of that water, you know, to steal a little bit of a, you know, a little thirst quencher there. But no, there was nothing to drink. Day 2, the day after surgery, I was given some water to drink, little coffee cups of water to drink. I got 2 of those in, and that was all I could get in. Because when I drink it, you just feel it going down. It's like, and if you drink too much, your sleeve's going to let you know. And it's real swollen at that time. And it's just like a gas pain comes up. Burp, you know. Surgery was about an hour and a half. And afterwards, Dr. Spivak came out and talked to my wife. And he was like, you know, surgery went well, but he really wasn't all that fat. That's funny. My BMI was 39.6. And he's used to BMIs of 50 or 60. You know, so like I said earlier, I'm one of his smaller patients. But you can't tell me I'm not fat because, you know, I got some genes in there that tell a different story. You know, but that's it's a new day. So anyway, when you see me looking down, I'm looking at some notes that I've written here. Beautiful room. I think in my last video I put it up real briefly. It's ocean view. It was like a hotel. It was called Herzliya by the Sea. That's the name of this hospital. Herzliya Medical Center. The address is Herzliya by the Sea. So beautiful, no complaints. You know, had an issue with the drain. You know, the JP drain, I think they call it, on your side. It's still very tender and sore. It was really putting out bleeding. It was really putting out some volume of blood fast. In other words, I was bleeding more and faster than I should. Nurse told the surgeon. Surgeon came in, and my blood pressure was kind of dipping, going down a little bit. Put me in the, he said, no walking for you, you stay in bed. He put the leg massagers on me so I wouldn't clot. And he gave me 2 units of plasma, and evidently that did the trick. My blood pressure started coming up. The bleeding amount was coming down. And so that drain stayed in a couple more days. The day I was discharged, I stayed in 3 days. On the 3rd day, you took it out. And we'll talk about that in a minute. That was an experience. Let's see here. Plasma. And I told you I drank 2 cups of water. The 3rd day, I was allowed to drink, of course, water. I was allowed to walk around. It was encouraged to, and they let me drink a little cup of soup, like a broth. And believe me, that's a treat. And I was looking forward to that. And I you know, I timed it. You're sipping the whole time. I mean, and you gotta wait. You can't have hot anything. You gotta wait till it gets cool, and you can't have cold anything. You gotta wait till it gets room temperature. You mess around and have something hot, and you can damage your sleeve. All right, so pain medication, not so much. They had me on something that's called Optolgin. Probably the worst tasting stuff you can ever conjure up. It's absolutely terrible. But it does the trick as far as pain. They had it going in IV, and then they eventually started giving it to me in liquid form, and that's where it gets real bad. I've actually bought some from the pharmacy, and I've taken it a couple times since I've been home. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. Let's see here. On the day I was released, the doctor came in about 2 o'clock, said my labs have somewhat normalized. My hemoglobin starting to come back up a little bit. And he looked at my drain. It's still a little bit there, but he said the bleeding inside had stopped, and so he wanted to take the drain out. So he took the drain out. Oh my gosh. I was laid on the bed, and he took the bandage off, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry, you're going to have a little pain. And as he was saying the word pain, it came right out. And I can't describe it as a sharp pain, and it's definitely not a tickle. But it's like if you feel a gas pain, you know, that little brief pain, that's what it feels like. It was like, and that was it. Everything felt good. You know, it was just like a split second. Wouldn't want to do it again. And if I have to go back in the hospital, I probably will. Let's see. At 4:30, right before I was released, we had to do a leak test. 4 of us that had the surgery in the same time frame went down. They gave us a cup full of this, not cup, it's just a little, that much of a cup of a clear, I think it's barium. We had to drink it twice, and they checked for leaks, and he was pretty thorough. And he said all was well, no leaks, and I was discharged. I came home. You see me doing this, I still have some gas pain. I'm drinking protein shakes, 3 of these a day, and I'm trying to keep my water up as well. Up until yesterday, I mean, it was just water yesterday with some apple juice sweetener, sugar-free sweetener in it. But I tried to take like 5 or 6 sips of a protein shake yesterday. It wasn't happening. So I really got on the protein today. I've already gotten 1 shake in. This is my second one. I've already gotten 16 ounces of fluid. So I'm alternating back and forth. Protein shake, 16 ounce of fluid, protein shake. Trying to get to 60, 70 ounces of fluid, including my protein shakes today. So that's pretty much it. I mean, since Saturday, I've really had no calories. If you want to count the calories in that broth I told you about, and these protein shakes today, that's the only calories I've put in my body since Saturday. Got on the scale. I told myself I would not weigh until my follow-up appointment. Got on the scale today, 6 kilo, which is, you know, 6 times 2.2. It's like 13 or 14 pounds down since last Thursday. So I'm now like 135.5, 6 kilo. So I'm pretty pleased with that, but I'm not going to be one of those guys that weighs every day. I can't do it. Maybe every week, maybe every couple of weeks. I have a diet appointment with a dietitian on Tuesday. I think that'll be my next appointment, because my next weigh-in, because I have to weigh in with her. I think that's all I have. Just scrolling down my notes here. Bowel movements, urination. I'm peeing like a Russian racehorse. One night I got up 5 times in the middle of the night to pee. Doc said that was a very good sign. The other, I mean, this is, you want to know what to expect. It might be TMI for some of you, but not real bowel movement, but we had some diarrhea going on. Some real light diarrhea, you know, so hopefully that will improve once we start getting some solid food. But that's it. That's it. I'm on clear liquids and protein shakes until Sunday. Sunday, which is like 3 days away, I can start having yogurt, soups. I can have broth tonight. Yogurt, soups, like tomato soups and pea soup, whatever. You hear that? That's the ice maker. It's a setting. I got to fix it. It's real annoying. But that's pretty much all I got. And I'm coming up on 13 minutes here, so I need to cut it out. It's going to probably take half a day to upload this to YouTube. But this is Big Mike signing off for now. I will probably do another update after the appointment with the nutritionist, because in between now and then, I will have been in the hospital and out, hopefully, or I will not have had to go into the hospital at all. So a lot will have happened, been resolved since between now and that appointment. So, Big Mike signing off. Looking forward to my next update. Take care.